गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे. Before we begin, I'll just get the microphone. At Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्कृङ्करणे. So where are we? यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्यां बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मुहवते. We saw, I think this one we did, one more we did. याव बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः. In the childhood, we are only infatuated, attracted, desiring, attached to the play, krida saktaha. In youth, we are doing all that above with the opposite sex, and in the old age, we are attached with and worried and concerned and thinking only about the disease, decay and death. But nobody, parame brahmani kopi na saktaha. But nobody is attached to the Parabrahma Paramatma, to the Absolute, to something higher. What are we? Sabji bahut achhi bani hai. Oh, today sabudana kheer, fantastic. Isn't it? But with that emotion, how wonderful the vegetable is, that emotion, that intensity, have we exhibited towards the Lord? Maybe once in a while. But how frequently? Dal, most jabardast, sabji, jabardast, Bhagwan ka darshan, jabardast. But what about the Bhagwan inside? When is that? When have we ever even once felt that intense emotion and longing for Him? So that's what he's saying, that whole childhood goes in play, whole youth goes in opposite sex, whole old age goes only in worrying, but nobody has the time to contemplate, to get attached to think about, to desire the ultimate reality. And in this way, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. So arise, awake, stop not till you reach the goal. Bhaja, 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 3 Bhaja. Arise, awake, stop not. Just like we are not stopping till this tour is over. Isn't it? Whatever comes, we are going to face it and we are going to go through it, because we have got a fixed flight. We can't afford to miss the flight, isn't it? How much importance we have given to it? Same way, how much importance have we given to our departure from this world? If we keep identified with this body, departure is guaranteed. Last life also you died, so you have taken this birth. This birth also you will die, you will take another birth. Why don't you check out of this cyclical birth? For that, we'll have to do something different. And that is Parame Brahmani Chinta. It means if you have to worry, Chinta means worry. So if you have to worry, why don't you worry about Bhagwan? Who is he? Where is he? What is his form? How does he include everything? How come he doesn't desire anything? How come all his desires are fulfilled? How come he is inside and outside everything? This is worrying about Bhagwan, isn't it? So worry about him. Kate kanta kaste putraha, Kate kanta kaste putraha, Sansaro yamativa vichitraha, Sansaro yamativa vichitraha, Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha, Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha, Tattvam chintaya Tadiha bhrataha, tasya chintayam tadiha bhrataha, Kate kanta kaste putraha, sansaro yamativa vichitraha, Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha, Tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, Kate Kanta Kaste Putra. Who is the wife? Who is the child? Who are they? Sansaro Yamativa Vichitraha. In this world, samsar, ativa, very, very wondrous. Very Vichitra is wondrous. Vichitra is unexplainable. And what is that? Everyone is attached to their wife and everyone is attached to their children. It's seen everywhere around. But who is the child? Do you know? Do you have any proof that your parents are your parents other than their word to you that we are your parents? Or their certificate showing you were born to us? Is that proof? Do you have any direct experience that you were born to your children, born to your parents? No proof. Yet you have accepted them as parents. And if a child doesn't know about it, he will go throughout his life thinking that these parents are my parents. There is no direct proof. You cannot, it's only faith. See, kahate, who is this wife? Who is this child? Here it is told that everything, every relationship that we create or have in our life, relationship of wife, relationship of husband, relationship of children, relationship of grandparents, friends, colleagues, it's only for our benefit. This idea that I love you is bullshit. We love someone or we express love towards someone, we get attached to someone, we serve someone only to benefit ourselves. It's not for the other person. Very rare few. But if a push comes to a shove, the person will always go back to his own survival, his own selfishness. So why do you want, who is the wife? It is for my sake. Because my family is complete. Because my desires are complete. Because she takes care of my house. because she gives me my child. My. Isn't it? Who are these children? Kaste putra, my child. What about other children? They are not my children. Because these fellows were born from my loins, so they are my children. But again, my. Kate kanta kaste putraha. This unhealthy relationship, that it is good, it is there. But understand, the journey of life is brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. Where are we stuck? Some people are, even after growing up, 60s, 70s, 80s. I know one person in Sydney. Even at 80, he plays with small cars. He is a grown-up, very wealthy fellow. But every day he'll go and clean his cars. You know those babies, children play? Yes. He's got all different models in the world. And every day he will clean every one of them. And he has got those racing tracks, and he has got this. He will play, and it is his pastime. And slowly he is losing his mind. And his wife says, Swamiji, please bless him. What can I bless him? So some are grown up, still child. Huh? Some are grown up and still feeling the youth. Mere sapno ki rani. अच्छी बात है. Sometimes it's good to feel that way. But sign of from where we are, if I as a sannyasi start going and behaving, मेरे सपनों की रानी कहाँ है तू? I will be in trouble. People will say, अरे ये तो ढोंगी है. ये ढोंगी means he is a hypocrite. He is a false sannyasi, isn't it? Similarly, when we are at a particular age, it's time, vanaprasth. It is time for sannyas. Life is not for living in attachment to the childhood or to the youth. Childhood was toys, youth was with opposite sex, and old age was with worries. And here we are attached to the opposite sex as husband, wife or children. But understand, you have collected them in your life only to satisfy your ego. That's all. Only to satisfy your ego. And to dissolve this ego, the system in Sanatana Dharma is Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sanya. This is to dissolve this attachment. Attachment is for the ego, not for the spirit. Understand this. Only understanding is required. Once you understand it, things will automatically start unfolding in your life. Something inside. You put a culture of tiny bit of yogurt in a warm milk, then you don't have to do anything. Once it is mixed, you just leave it. You don't have to keep going and checking, has the yogurt become yogurt, has the yogurt happened. If you go and check again and again, it will never become yogurt. You have to leave it alone, isn't it? It works from inside. Same way, only understanding is required, a deep understanding, and automatically transformation happens from inside out. Kate kanta kaste putraha. We also saw Kate Kanta Kaste Putra before. What was that? That when you are dying, the wife and children don't care for you. We saw that in one of the verses. And for them you are worried about. For them you are attached. They are only after. As long as you are healthy, they will take care of you. As long as you have money, they will ask about you. They will phone you. Kate kanta kaste putraha sansaroyam ativa vichitraha. This is the most wondrous, inexplicable phenomena that is observed in this world, that everyone is living for the wife or for the children. knowing fully well by observing around that wife has never been for the person or husband has never been for the wife, and the children have never been for the parents, nor parents have been for the children. See? It is your observation. But every person thinks, my wife is different, my husband is different. It will never happen like that. Every parent thinks, my children are different, they will never turn out to be that way. Only when it happens, then the Bhaja Govindam verses will strike. Then it says, where are we? Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha. Nobody thinks about, they are only continuously worried about children and wife and husband, but nobody. Kasya tvam kuta ayataha. From who are you? Where have you come from? Nobody contemplates on that. Who am I? Am I the husband or am I the man? Am I the wife or am I the woman? Is the wifeness, the motherness, the daughterness, the sisterness, are these the reality or is woman the reality? Remember the rule again, whatever is changing is unreal, whatever is constant is the real. So body is real, all these roles are unreal. Without this body, these roles were not possible. When you come to the body, then you see the body is changing, the senses are changing, the mind is changing, the thoughts are changing. Then body is not real, then the Atma is real. So in this way, come to the correct conclusion of your life. Come to the correct conclusion. Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha. Where have you come from? Where are you going? Who are you? Is it possible for you to be born? Is it possible for you to go anywhere after death? People think, oh, heaven, heaven, heaven. Where heaven? Heaven is where you are. Either if you think divine thoughts, you are in heaven. If you think undivine thoughts, you are in hell. Right here. Isn't it? So right now, if you are very in anger, greed, jealousy, that has taken you over, you are in hell right now. You don't need to go anywhere. Here only. If you are happy all the time, you are in heaven right now. But if you are undisturbed by the joys and sorrows of life, by heaven and hell, then you are the ultimate, the reality. So kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha tatvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha. Oh my dear brother, Shankaracharya is saying, oh my dear brethren, please contemplate. Tattvam chintaya. Contemplate on the nature of the truth for a change. That truth is not outside, that truth is not in the temple, that truth is not in the lights, that truth is not, it is there in the temple also. But we think it is only in the temple. But we forget that it is also inside us. It is also everywhere. So transform your vision. And that transformation of vision is not going to happen from outside to inside. That transformation of vision will take place from inside out. When you change your convictions, when you change your understanding, then the transformation happens. See, there are two ways. If you have an eye problem, there are two ways you can fix your eyes. I have not tried it. My grandfather did. He used to have very thick glasses. Every year the glass kept becoming thicker and thicker and thicker, and if he took out the glasses he couldn't see. And a point came and he had got initiated into yoga and everything, and one day when he was in 50s or early 60s, he went to some close by yogi and he did nauli. They put the water through this nostril, put the water through. So, and then they take a cotton cloth, thin muslin cloth, and they put it through the nostrils and they just keep massaging. And then they take the thing, because there is a hole up there, and then they take it out of the mouth and then they massage it. And his eyesight became normal. At 65, his eyesight became normal. 3 years it took. So what was happening? One way is you keep fixing the outside to correct your vision. Understand what this is the principle that I'm bringing about. One is you keep spending $700-800 every year and keep getting your eyes checked. They will say 0.5 up, 0.5 down, change this, change that, and you keep fixing outside, and when you put it from outside, you can see the world clearly. What he did, he was also doing the same thing, and then his guru told him, try this, and he tried. Now what was happening? What is the logic that you put water from here and bring it out here, or put here and come it out here, and do the massage with the muslin cloth? What is the logic for modern science to come to a conclusion that the eyesight will come back? They'll say, oh, this is a quack. But it does, according to yoga. That is the exercise for bringing the eyesight back. So what is happening there? Inside out. So process was happening inside, and the eyesight which is extroverted, that was getting better and better and better. Exactly the same way. Rather than search God outside, search the God, the ultimate reality, the truth, the constant principle. Spend some time, chintaya, tattvam chintaya, what is the word here? Tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha. Here Adi Shankaracharya is not commanding you. He says, dear brethren, enough of wife and children, enough of this world is really inexplicable why everyone is going after that. Instead, find out there are other inexplicable things. There are other wondrous avenues for you to explore. And what is that? Kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha. Where have I come from? Who am I? Where am I going? What is this life that I am living? Is there any purpose or no purpose? Find out. And tattvam chintaya. And keep contemplating on the essence of yourself. Not of the world, of yourself. Once you come to know the essence of yourself, there is a possibility that we can come to know the essence of the world, which is one and the same. The essence of us is the essence of the world. But when you try to find the essence of us from finding essence of the world, you get distracted by shopping, distracted by waters, distracted by temples, distracted by gods, distracted by various mantras. No. Find out within you. Then automatically the vision will change. He will grace. The grace will fall upon you. Continuing. So, kate kanta kaste putraha sansaro yamativa vichitraha kasya tvam kuta ayataha nittatvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivan muktihi satsangatve nisangatvam nirmohatve nischalatatve jivan muktihi bhaja govindam bhaja mudhamate. So all these previous verses were tickling us to think differently, were tickling us, imploring us to think out of the box. Don't live in the default mode that this is real, that is real, attachment is real, children are real. No, explore. So, and that exploration, first he gave the data about what is the status of the world, what is the status of how does an ignorant person think, then how we should live like a lotus that the life continuously goes up and down, we must remain untouched by the ups and downs of life. Then he told about that nobody is there for us. They are only there for us only because they are attached to us, only because we have good health and money. If that is not there, they will, next moment they will leave us, and everyone is waiting for us to pass away. If you have something, so that it becomes theirs. And then once that life has passed away, then who thinks about you for too long? They'll put you on a wall as a photograph and never even look at it. Sometimes they will look at it, or once in a year they will look at it. And the wife, here the example of wife was given, that the wife will, once the husband has passed away, she looks around and catches another monkey and gets married to him. So where is the attachment? What was all that crying about? What was all that emotion about? I cannot live without him, I cannot. You go to North India. In North India you can get professional criers, So if someone dies, they already come to know someone has died. They go, 500 rupees. No, 500 too much. We will give only 300. 300. If you pay 500, and if you pay 1,000 rupees, they will roll on the ground. Like something, as if someone real has, they know who has passed away. They are only professionals. Professional grievers. Yeah. So they are professional grievers. And they make such a big loud noise and क्या हो गया? आ जाओ. So that happened, and then it was told that in childhood we are attached to the games, play. In youth we are attached to opposite sex. In old age we are attached to worry, but nobody is attached to the truth. Now slowly the truth is introduced in the 7th verse. Then he says, everyone is only after the woman and after the children and attached to them, but nobody is ever attached to thinking. Nobody is ever wondering who are we, where we have come from, what is the purpose, where are we going in our life. Now for this to come about, tattvam chintaya tadiha brata. Then in this 8th verse, the Adi Shankaracharya said, oh dear brothers, think in this way, make a change in your thinking. Enough of thinking about family. Think about what is the truth. Now how do you think about the truth? Now the verse comes, Satsangatve Nisangatvam. How do you do it? By attending satsang every day. Satsang means, Sat means truth, Sang means company. So be in the company of truth daily basis. Why daily? Every moment if you can. If you are taking the name of the Lord with love and devotion and faith and reverence in your heart, every moment, like you were doing this morning when we were in the queue, you are not doing it, but that environment was such, everyone was doing it, we also get prompted to do it. But we should be able to do it 24/7. Then you are in satsang with yourself. You don't need outside satsang. But till that doesn't happen, you practice that. That is only chanting. But on the other hand, little bit of understanding also, the knowledge part. So for that, attend some satsangs, listen to it, something on the YouTube, attend our regular classes. Satsangatve nisangatvam. What will happen if you do satsang? Whatever is untruth, you will get detached from it automatically. So right now you have come on a pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is a physical form of satsang. Now we are having a satsang within the pilgrimage. But now you are here. How much time are you spending thinking about your husband, thinking about your wife, thinking about your children, thinking? How much time? If you are continuously in contact with them, you are losing the plot. completely. Completely losing the plot. Once in a while it's okay, but every day losing the plot. So let it happen. I am not saying force yourself. You attend satsangs, like the other class you were saying that something clicked. She said something clicked which I said, I don't even remember what I said. But this is what happens. Everything that I say is what I have studied with Swamiji or studied from the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads. These are not my words, and that have become a part and parcel of my being now. So I don't even need anything, just Sanskrit words and the words flow. See? So satsang, and this is what has transformed my life. Being in the company of the teacher, being in the company of scriptures, and that's not once in a while, every day. Every day. Look at Raj in the bus, he is continuously reading something. He is reading the Sundar Kand, or he is reading in his own time, and then when he gets, yes, after some time you will get tired, then one or two bhajans, after that ha ha hoo hoo, then sleep, then again read. They're good. So he's not wasting his time. I'm just talking from observation, what I'm watching. See? So satsangatve nissangatvam. So when we are in the company of truth, automatically company of bad drops away. Isn't it? When we are in the company of sleep, then the company of dream and waking drops away. Isn't it? Same way, while we are in the waking, wisely choose, make a choice of being in the company of good people, wise people, scriptures, satsang, bhajan, kirtan, not Thursday to Thursday, not Sunday to Sunday, but every day. Satsangatve, satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam. Then what happens? As you remain in the company of higher again and again, higher is the truth, in the company of truth, we are continuously in the satsang. What have we been talking about in Bhaja Govindam? All examples are taken, but in the end the goal is remember the Lord, remember the Lord, remember the Lord, isn't it? So what is happening? As a result, whatever is undivine, and what is undivine is mentioned. Who is undivine? Husband and wife are undivine, children are undivine, body is undivine, senses are undivine, attachment is undivine. Oh, and all those examples, I am not going to go through all that. So all that which is changing is undivine. All that will slowly, nirmohatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam. As you become detached from all these, the delusion, the obsession that you have, that my duty is towards my family, my duty is towards my children, my duty is towards blah blah blah, that will be replaced by my paramount duty, my paramount focus is towards the divine, and recognizing that I am essentially divine. While contemplating on that, you will continue to perform all other duties, nothing to worry about. But it will not become. Yesterday one lady called, SMS came, Swamiji, I have bought the ticket to come to Rishikesh, and my husband's mother's sister is not well. You will meet her tomorrow. Is not well. What should I do? Should I cancel the ticket, or should I? Well, I don't know. So I wrote, it is your call. If you can cancel the ticket, you can, but I don't think your ticket is cancelable, so it will be a lot of money wasted. But better you speak to Swamiji. Swamiji, but before I answered, she had already called Swamiji. Swamiji said, come. And then her SMS came. Oh, before I could answer, or at the moment I answered, her answer came. Swamiji, I am coming. See? Sometimes we are incapable of making decisions because we are attached. And whom are we attached to? Some third, fourth person down the line. And for that we are ready to sabotage, give up this opportunity of being in satsang in Rishikesh. After having bought the ticket, booked the hotel, everything is planned. Tomorrow she is flying, day after tomorrow. And this confusion. What is my duty? Is my duty towards the dying person, or is my duty towards the satsang which is happening in Rishikesh? Our choice, if I leave you all alone, everyone's choice will be towards their family, isn't it? Our choice should be for the truth. It's a big ask, but it will happen only when inner transformation takes place. Till then we'll keep succumbing to family pressures. More than family pressure, it is what will society say that my Masi is dying and I am going to Rishikesh. Like one Tamil family in Melbourne. What will the world say? All the young girls are getting married and my daughter among all her friends is still unmarried. So I said, your problem is not that your daughter is not married. Your problem is what the people will say. You stop worrying about the people. Why? How can I stop worrying? How old is your child? 26. I said, she is grown up. If she says today, Mummy, I am going to live alone in a flat, I am not going to stay with you anymore. What can you do? You have got no right to keep her in your house. And you know why she is staying there in your house? I will tell you the truth. She is saving money. and she is buying a property. And 1 week or 2 weeks later, she announced to her parents, I bought a land and house package. And I had told the parents already that this is the reason. How it came out, I don't know. So, she is not there for her parents. She is there for saving the money. Dekh lo. Take off the colored glasses, see things as they are. And satsang makes you see things as they are. So, satsangatve nissangatvam. Remain in the company of truth, automatically the bad company is not only company of people, it's bad company of bad thoughts also, unwanted thoughts also. That will slowly it will, wrong convictions, wrong conclusions about life, all these will automatically start dropping away. When they start dropping away, the wrong imagination that we are here for this purpose or that purpose, nirmohatvam, the moha, the delusion in which we are living. What is the delusion? Delusion is, I am a husband, I am a wife, I was born, I will die, this world is too much for me to handle, why God is making me suffer like this. All this is delusion only. Because in essence, you are the unborn, undying principle, the truth. And you are living in the delusion that you are the individual who was born and who is going to die. So this delusion will go away. Then what will happen once the delusion goes? Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam. And as the delusion goes, nischalatatvam, your mind will become purified. Purified mind, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Purified mind, meaning what? In that mind in which there is no dirt. Today, if we get a chance, we'll see the full moon in the evening, if we get a chance. Okay? Or you can imagine right now. If there are waves on the ocean, can you see the reflection of the moon? You can't, isn't it? But if the waves have become calm, the water is absolutely calm, ripple free, then can you see the reflection of the moon? Yes. Did you create the reflection? No. The reflection was always there, but because of the waves, the ripples, it was unseen. They were hijacking they were breaking up the moon into many pieces, as if exactly the same way. This truth that I am, this divine principle that I am, this Atma that I am, is getting broken up. I see, I hear, I touch, I feel, I think, I was born, I the waker, I the dreamer, I the sleeper, I the husband, I the wife, I the child, I the sister. So many I's. These are all what? Thoughts. When all these thoughts settle down as a result of satsang, as a result of the delusion getting out of your system, the delusion gets out when you live a life of detachment. Detachment comes about through satsang. So satsang leads to detachment. Detachment leads to delusion-free existence. That removal of delusion leads to nischala tattvam. You are able to discern, you are able to see clearly who you essentially are. This will happen in tomorrow morning's meditation. If you understood till today what we are doing, we silenced the body, we silenced the breath, slow and shallow. Today, in the mind, we replaced all the thoughts by one thought called Om. Isn't it? And now what are we doing? Because mind enjoys the variety, and you are only repeating Om, 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 Om. After some time, it is boring, man. It will slow down. And as it slows down, the gap between the two Oms will start appearing. That gap is silence. Means now, before there were 100 thoughts in your 100 times you were saying Om in 1 minute, as you keep practicing, you will probably say 10-15 Oms in 1 minute. As you go ahead, in few weeks' time, it will come to only 4-5 Oms in a minute. Now, 4-5 Oms, what is there between the two Oms then? There's only silence. Nischala tattvam. You are able to see the reflection of yourself. The moon is available. You are reflecting in the waters of your mind. You catch yourself. You are there. See? And when completely the waves subside, the thought waves subside, that is called samadhi. See? Nischala tattve jivan mukti. When this is samadhi is on the seat of meditation. When you can live on a daily basis without getting affected by anything that you see, hear, touch, feel, taste, think, imagine, mind is there, it will keep thinking. But you are unaffected by it. You are in sahaja samadhi. You are in your natural state. That is how the Mahatmas roam around on this earth. When they feel like, they will sit in meditation. When they are not in meditation, they are still in meditation. They are still in meditation. They don't have to do anything specially. See? Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukkrankarane. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.